Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today's video is part of a thrift store flip collab. I'll tell you more about that in a second, so let's jump in. I found this kitchen wall organizer, I guess you would call it, at my local thrift store, and it's truly not my style, but I knew that I could remake it and make it much better. So first thing we're going to do is take out all these little hooks. They just simply unscrew and pop right out. And then next we're going to get rid of these little, I don't know what they are. They kind of look like corn on the cobs, maybe some type of flour, I don't know. But they're these little metal decorative pieces. And they're basically just thumbtacks, so I just used my scraper and popped those right out. Now it did leave a bunch of marks in the wood, so I'm going to use my spackle and just fill all these little holes. Now I love this spackle because it goes on pink and then it goes to white when it's dry, so you know when it's ready to be sanded. So I just went along and filled all the little holes. Now I didn't fill the hook holes because I'm going to put the hooks back in again. I'm just filling the holes and any little marks that I saw after I removed those little metal pieces. And then I'm going to be painting this piece, so I wanted to protect the chalkboard and the corkboard. So I'm just using some painter's tape and I'm going to cover up the edges. Now I like to use my X-Acto knife to make sure the tape is right in tight into the corners, just to kind of give it a really clean look when you paint it. So I'm going to go along and cover up all those edges. Okay, and then now our spackle is dry, so just taking my sanding block, I'm going to go over all of the spots and smooth them all out. Now this does sand off nice and easy, so it's really easy to do. Okay, now we're ready for paint. I'm going to be using some white folk art chalk paint. Now you're going to want to give this a really thick coat. Now I'm assuming because it's such an older piece, it just really soaked the paint in. It took me 3 really good thick coats to get good coverage. So here it is all ready to go. So I'm going to peel off the painter's tape. I love doing that. It's so satisfying to watch the tape come off and see those clean edges. And there we go. So now I'm going to just stress this a little. So just taking my sanding block, I'm going to go around all the edges and give it kind of a distressed look. I didn't really distress the fronts, like the flat pieces. I just wanted it to look distressed and aged on the edges to make it look like it had been scuffed up a bit. And there we go. Now I'm just taking a damp rag and wiping off all the dust, and then you can really see where we distressed. You can see how the edges, see that nice brown coming back through again. And now the little hooks that we took out at the beginning, I gave them a quick coat of flat black spray paint just to update them. They were that really yellowy brass kind of color. So I painted them black, and then they just simply screwed right back into the original holes that were there. And there it is, all finished. I already have this hanging on my wall in my kitchen. I just love it. Now to tell you about today's, so it's a thrift flip collab, and it's between myself and 5 other YouTubers, and it is hosted by Sandra at DIY at the Schwallen's Nest. Now, guys, if you haven't checked out her channel, you really need to. I will have her link in my description. I can honestly say she is probably the reason I do YouTube. I followed her channel for so long and just fell in love and learned so much from her that I had to start on my own. So I will have her link, and I will have the playlist of the collab link in my description box. I really hope you'll check them out. Okay, so I found this piece as well at the thrift shop. It's actually a matching piece to the wall organizer. So we're going to quickly take out that bar that holds the paper towels and set that aside. And then we're going to pop off those little yellow, whatever they are. We're going to get rid of those. Now they were just thin little metal bits, so they came off pretty simple. Except these ones left behind little tiny nails that were holding them in. So just using my needle nose pliers, I'm just going to pop those out. And then out comes the spackle. Same as before, we're going to just fill the little holes. I find it's easiest just to use your finger, because then you can really feel it going into the holes and make sure that you have enough to get it nice and smooth. Okay, now it's all dry. I did go over it with the sanding block and smooth everything out. And now I'm going to give it a coat of, this is just the same white chalk paint. And this piece also took about 3 coats. It really soaked the paint in. So while I'm painting, I want to say thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. If you're already a subscriber, welcome back. I'm so glad you came back. If you're new here and stopping by with the playlist, welcome. On my channel, I do a lot of farmhouse type decor. I do some thrift flips, a lot of Dollar Tree stuff. I hope that if you like what you see, you will hit that like button. And of course, I would love it if you would subscribe and stick around, and don't forget that notification bell so it will notify you when I do upload again. So next I'm going to give the pole a quick coat of paint as well. So the little pole that the paper towels go on and the 2 little end pieces. I'm giving everything a coat of white paint. Okay, now our paint's all dry. I'm going to take the sanding block, and just like the first piece, we're going to just go around the edges. I just want the edges all scuffed up. Get some of that nice brown color to come back through. So just quickly go over all of the edges with the sanding block. And just want it lightly distressed. I'm not taking off too much. There, I gave you a nice close-up just so you can see just a little bit on all the edges. And then I also distressed all the little handles and a little bit on the bar. And now we're just going to put it all back together. It was easy, the little end pieces screwed right back onto that bar. And here it is, all finished. Again, this one's already in my kitchen as well. Now I chose to use it as a tea towel holder, but you could definitely use it for paper towels or whatever you like. So that's it for today, guys. I really hope that you will keep going on the playlist. And of course, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. And also, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to Sandra's at DIY at the Schwallen's Nest. She's so close to 20,000. Thank you to Sandra for hosting this, and for the other ladies in the collab with me. And as always, thanks for stopping by. See you on the next one.